Working harder doesn't mean you'll make it. It just means that you're going to be on a treadmill that someone else is controlling and they keep cranking up the speed. This isn't a hard work issue. It's a math issue. Hustling harder just makes someone else richer. More work just means less time that you actually get to live your life. If working hard actually worked, nobody would be struggling.
Ace Will's a genius.
You see, we grew up thinking hard work was all we needed. I know for a fact I did. I felt like as long as I worked hard and I was honest and I wasn't evil, you know, I was just genuinely a good person, that I would succeed. I really thought that working hard was just gonna be enough for me to get to where I'm trying to go. But then I realized along the way that hard work does not guarantee success. You can work hard, you can be disciplined and still not succeed. The problem is we're working hard in the wrong areas. We're working hard on things that don't compound, things that don't return to us, things that once we're done working, it leaves us forever. And you might be thinking, all right, what do you mean by that? You clock into work every week. You do your 40 hours if you're lucky, but a lot of us working hard. So we doing 50, 60 hours a week. And then when we clock out, the clock resets to 0. And then next week, we got to do that 50, 60 all over again. You see, it don't compound. We only make that check once. That money only hits your account one time, and then you got to do it all over again. So if you're not investing that money and putting that money somewhere where the hard work is actually returning, then it just seems like you're wasting your time. So you can work hard your whole life and end up with nothing. And it's scary. It's terrifying. I sit and think about it. I'm like, yo, I could work hard all I want and I could still end up not hitting my goals. I could still end up not being the person I really want to be or living a life I really want to live. We're living in times where long work hours is normal. Multiple jobs is normal. Hustling every day is normal. And still being broke is normal. See, you was never lazy. You was just misaligned. You just wasn't focusing on the right areas. Or maybe you was focusing on too many areas at one time. Something I really struggle with. I try to do everything at one time. But in 2026, I told myself I'm gonna focus on one thing, which is why you keep seeing me show up here. You see, hard work only works when you pair it up with leverage. You need some sort of leverage. The leverage that a 9-to-5 won't give you. I know you've heard work smarter, not harder. And that's something that I live by, right? But that same phrase ticks other people off because they're like, you have to work hard. Yes, but you also have to work smart. Those two things need each other. You can work hard, but if you're not smart with how you're working hard, you'll still fall short. And you can work smart, but if you don't work smart and hard, you still can fall short. See, we need things that we can put time, energy, and effort into, and then when we step away for a moment, it still grows. It still goes, which is part of the reason why I chose YouTube. And I've been consistent in trying to do YouTube for years, and this isn't my first channel. More like my 10th, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't post a video today. This video won't come out till tomorrow, but I still got views yesterday. I still got subscribers yesterday. I still got views today. I still got subscribers. See what I'm saying? I can step away from it and it still grows. I clocked out of work yesterday. Once I clocked out, I make no more money until I clock back in. You ever ask yourself, or you ever question, like, I'm consistent, but why am I not progressing? I'm putting in the work, but like, why am I not growing? That just means you're putting your time and energy in the wrong things, and it can be corrected, but it's on you. Ask yourself one question. Whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you feel you've been working hard on, if you stop today, would it keep going or would that just be it? See, we got to work hard, but only on things that will compound over time. That's how we get the real reward. See, working hard, it feels good, because when you're working hard, it always feels like you're moving forward. But without the direction, where are you really going? Because let's be honest, if hard work was enough, we would all be okay. But with all that being said, let's hear some other perspectives, man.
I had a conversation with a very rich man, and he told me he's willing to work 24 hours a day to maintain his empire if he had to. You probably wouldn't even work 12 hours to build your empire from the ground up. And no, hard work does not guarantee success, but no work guarantees failure 100% of the time. So this generational thing that we have going on where we want to continue to be victims and we want to just complain about the world around us and everything that's going on, hoping that somebody randomly pops up and gives us money and takes care of us. That's not going to happen. Nobody's coming to fix your problems. Nobody's coming to help you. Nobody really cares about you like that. So what you need to understand is you have to get up and put the work in. You have to work smart. You have to be dedicated. You have to be consistent. You may have to work hard right now. Hopefully in the future, you'll be able to work less. But you have to do what you have to do to get where you're trying to go. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody cares about your story, your victimhood mentality. Nobody cares. It's all on you. Shut your mouth and get to work.
These are facts. I'm not looking for a savior at all. I understand that how my life turns out is on me. I have accepted that. Once you accept that, everything changes because you understand that the choices I make right now affect how I live later. The choices I make now affect how I live in 6 months from now. And once you start looking at life like that, you start making different decisions. You start delaying certain things. I don't need that right now. You know what I'm saying? That's not really I want it, but I don't need it. You start delaying certain things and your life ultimately starts to change. Very important. And like I said, bro, you got to work hard and smart, bro. They go together, man. So, people say work smarter, not harder. No, work smarter and harder because they need each other, bro. But I still love the saying work smart, not hard. Like I still love that because it's true though. Like it could be two people. It could be somebody that's just working very hard and they can still end up with less than a person that's just working smart. You ever heard the story about the two lumberjacks? You know what I'm saying? It's like they work for a certain amount of hours a day. You got one, he just go at it all day. You know what I'm saying? Just swinging that axe all day. You got other one, he takes time every day to sharpen his axe. And then at the end, he unchopped way more lumber than the other one, even though the other one was working hard the whole time. He didn't take no breaks. He didn't stop. But the other one was working smarter. He was sharpening his tools. See what I'm saying? You got to sharpen your tools. Yeah, I like that. Sharpen your tools, man.
Working harder doesn't mean you'll make it. It just means that you're going to be on a treadmill that someone else is controlling and they keep cranking up the speed. This isn't a hard work issue. It's a math issue. Hustling harder just makes someone else richer. More work just means less time that you actually get to live your life. If working hard actually worked, nobody would be struggling.
It's true.
Hard work doesn't guarantee success anymore. You know what it does guarantee? That you'll be exhausted, that you'll trade your time, your energy, your sanity, just to keep your head above water.
But then what happens is you get stuck in that overtime, and then you get used to that money. The more money you make, the more your bills go up, and then you're stuck. You're stuck doing that. You're defeating the purpose of making more money. It's the classic tale. I'm guilty of this. I've done this before. If you worked like this lady was telling you to, and you kept your bills low, you'd be a hood rich Ricky. That much I promise.
Working harder.
I've been there, done that.
One of the hardest things for players to realize is that hard work does not guarantee success. Now, it's obviously a necessary component to success, to reaching your potential and to getting to where you're trying to go, but it doesn't guarantee it. Just because you're working hard doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean you deserve success. Everyone wants to say, hey, as long as you work hard, you'll get to where you want to go. It'll all work out. It might not. Number one, just because you're working hard doesn't mean anything. You have to work hard on the right things and in the right way. You can be training all day, every day. You can be lifting, but you're just doing the completely wrong shit, or you're working on the wrong things that aren't actually going to lead to any success or direct improvement in your game. So it's all about making sure you're leveraging your time in the right way to actually get something back from that time. The other thing is genetics and luck play a role. As much as you don't want to admit it, it's just the reality of the situation. So you may be genetically disadvantaged and you can work extremely hard, do all the right things, work hard in the right way, but still not get to your goal. So at the end of the day, it's all about maximizing your potential and controlling everything that you can control. Yes, luck plays a part, but are you doing everything you can to maximize your luck? Are you doing everything you can to maximize the genetics that you have? Are you doing everything you can to maximize your time to see improvement? But again, it is the hard reality that, hey, you could work hard, you could put all this work in, and it still not work out, but you just have to realize that beforehand and make sure you're controlling everything you can to actually get to where you want to go.
A lot of people work really hard, but unfortunately, they spend so much time working and so much energy working that they fail to use their brain to think about, is the work that I'm doing actually worth it? Is the work that I'm doing actually giving me the results that I want? You know, a lot of times we kind of just work and work and work, and we keep on telling ourselves, if I just work harder, I'm gonna make it happen. And that's not necessarily always true, man. Sometimes you have to objectively look at your situation and say, you know what? The goal that I want to achieve, what I've been doing is not working. It's not bringing me closer to it. It's time to take a step back, admit that I don't know everything, and go back to the drawing board, bro. start all over from scratch again. There's nothing wrong with that, man. And the thing about it is, you can't really put a timeline on it either, man, because what takes you a year to learn or begin to make progress in, somebody else can pick it up and make progress in a month, just like that. What takes you 5 years, somebody else could do it in a year. What takes you 1 year might take somebody else 5 years. So you can't really worry about what the next person got going on, how that next person tried to do the exact same thing that you're working on and they made it happen way faster than you. You can't worry about that, man, because everybody has different paths. A lot of people.
That's true, man.
Focus, 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 focus. That is the main thing that you need. It's not this hard work thing that's so accredited to success. It's your focus, your vision of what you're creating, and staying so consistent on that no one and nothing outside of you, nothing inside of you can waver that vision, that dream. Stay focused and everything you want will come to you.
See, that's what we all pray and hope for, that as long as I stay consistent and I work hard, what I want is gonna eventually happen. But also take into consideration that I also need to be doing the right things and working in the right areas and working towards the right things in order for my dreams to actually come true.
I feel like one of the biggest misconceptions is that every single person who works hard is rewarded for it and will succeed. There's people today that work hard every single day and are still living paycheck to paycheck and still struggling. Success or succeeding comes when preparation and consistency meet luck. Like, a lot of this shit really happens because of luck, because that consistency and preparation that you make, when met with the right opportunity, the right position, the right job, the right place, is truly when you're able to gain that success. But I feel like a big misconception, a big thing they try to push in today's society, is that every single person who works hard is going to be successful. Not to say that you shouldn't work hard, but you shouldn't work hard in the way that society tries to push. My version of what working hard should look like is putting time and effort and energy into that preparation, that consistency, whatever you're doing. So when you meet that right position or that right opportunity comes your way, you're able to succeed. You shouldn't spend time dwelling on these things. You need to be so locked in that the time that passes by doesn't even faze you. Like, it could take a year, it could take 6 months, it could take 3 months, but you're so locked in with the process of doing everything that you don't even realize that opportunity is in your face. But when it does, you gotta make sure you execute and don't let it pass you by, because it might be a while before the next one comes.
Most common misconception that I hear is that hard work brings results, when actually the hard work that you're doing is hindering you from your true potential. Work is only hard because you don't want to do it, but you think that you have to do it in order to get a certain outcome, which is probably making money for you guys. People who think this way are the same people who don't realize that they're in full control of their outcome, whatever happens to them, the amount of money that they make, the family that they have, the girlfriend they have, the life that they want to live. They don't realize that they're in full control of it. Before we get into that, let's dive into why you even want to do the hard work in the first place. And ultimately is to achieve happiness. If you really break it down, I want to do hard work to achieve the money so I can buy this house, buy this thing, so then I'll be happy once I have that thing. You're only working hard because you think the grass is greener over here once you have this specific thing that you can buy. But do you think you really get happier if you can't be happy in your situation right now? You think you're going to be happier with that thing? Fuck no. This means that it's a never-ending loophole of unhappiness. So you have to find that happiness in the work that you have to do, so it's no longer hard work, and it's actually work that you enjoy. You'll be happy through the process of working. Then once you achieve the thing, you'll be happy with that. And then it's just snowball effect. You'll always be happy, because that is the true purpose of life. How do I do this? The work sucks dick and I don't want to do it. Yes, but the great thing about the human mind is we're all equipped with an imagination. This is exactly where the law of attraction comes in, the most powerful and universal law in the world, in the fucking universe. Law of attraction responds to vibrations. That's called vibrations, but it's actually what you feel on the inside, the emotion that you're feeling. Your emotion equals your vibration. And if you offer a good vibration, the law of attraction will bring you things that you want. So if you're happy all the time, you will get the things that you want. But if you are sad all the time and you do hard work, things that you don't want to do, the law of attraction will also bring you those things that you are offering with your vibration, the thing that you do not want. But what people don't realize is the law of attraction is an only inclusion-based law. You can't scream no at something and expect to get it because it's only inclusion based. What that means is if I'm thinking, oh no, I don't want this, I don't want to be homeless, I don't want this house, I don't want this, you're gonna get it because you're thinking it. It's only inclusion based. It gives you the thoughts that you think.
So therefore, if I'm working hard and I have in my mind that I hate this work, the work is only going to get worse because the law of attraction will attract those things to my life that make it worse because that's the vibration that I'm offering. If I actually enjoy the work, then the law of attraction will bring me things that'll make me enjoy the work and in turn give me what I want in a joyful and happy way, which is the purpose of life.
Hey man, that's important. How you think, how you feel. Just think about it. When you're having a bad day and like you already made up in your mind, like, man, today not my day. It seems like everything goes wrong. But that's only because in your mind you already told yourself, bro, today not my day, bro. I'm not having a good day. Today not a good day. So it's like everything that happens is almost an inconvenience, and it's like it's just piling on. But it's like when you having a good day and you feel good, it's like can't nothing really shake your spirit. You good, you rolling with it, and it's like you just have the smoothest day. It's like it's all in your mind. So that hard work, make it enjoyable. Do things you love. Remember why. That's what I do. When I'm waking up to go to work, do I want to go to work every day? Absolutely not. But I remember my why. Like, okay, I'm doing this because I need this money to invest in this. And then once I could do that, then I could get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that keeps me going. I'm in a good mood. I'm like, hey man, I need this money so I can invest. And you know what I'm saying? Once my investments get right, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That just keeps me going. And I'm not in there with the angry face, like pouting and that ain't the way to live.
We need to stop lying. It's not true. There's someone who has put in 10 times more work than someone else and has half of someone else's success, who's done next to nothing. Like, you may get here, which may be pretty successful, but you may not get all the way over there where you want to be. Do you know what I mean? Just because you've put in 2 decades of hard work, especially in creative industries. The thing that's dangerous with that is when we don't reach the level of success that we want, we then blame it on ourselves and be like, oh my gosh, like I haven't worked hard enough, I haven't done enough, and that's where I'm not where I want to be. And that isn't always the case. Let's take acting industry for example. Like, you need someone to be like, it's you're next up, it's you're the one. Yes, working hard does put you sometimes in a better position. It may put you in positions of opportunity, but when you're in those positions of opportunity, it still takes someone to be like, it's you. And then at that point where you're not the one that's picked, you're now feeling like, oh, I ain't done enough. Now you're going into depression because you're like, what more can I physically do? What more can I do? Like, I've put in so much work and I'm still not getting to the point that I want to get to. So it is dangerous. It is dangerous to be telling people or be telling your kids or, be telling yourself that working hard means if I work hard enough, if I do this, if I do it means I'm going to be, I'm sorry to tell you, honey, but that ain't true, okay? We need to stop lying.
I love how her accent changed at the end, but I am guilty of this. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. But I have an interesting timeline. I've done many things. I've put in a lot of work, and I constantly tell myself like, you haven't did enough yet. That's why you ain't where you want to be. You ain't worked hard enough. You ain't did enough. In reality, could be true, right? From one lens, could be true. And I also feel like the people who succeeded have worked way harder than me. And that may not be true. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, in my mind, it's the only thing that makes it, like, it's the only thing that makes sense. Get what I'm saying? Like, it's the only thing that makes sense. It's like, I've worked this hard. I sit back and I go, yo, y'all really working hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if I work this hard and I'm still not where y'all want to be, then obviously, like, yo, I got to take it up another notch. When in reality, some of them people probably ain't never worked as hard as you. So that's where the smartness come in too, though, man. Just because you're working hard don't mean nothing. You got to be smart. You got to be strategic. Because somebody that's very strategic and very, precise, they going to maneuver and they going to get things done in a way that they can avoid working too hard.
Propaganda I am not falling for in 2026 is hustle culture. You cannot pay me any amount of money for me to believe that you have to work excessively hard for any amount of money. My motto has always been to work smarter and not harder, because hard work does not always guarantee money. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't work for what you want, but I'm telling you, if there is an easier way to get to where you want to be, why not do it?
That mindset right there, That's what we need to be on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, how long have you worked hard? Are you where you want to be? So is the problem you? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it, is it you? Is it me? Like, or what we've known or what we have grew to believe just isn't true. Like, hard work does not equal success. It's a fact.
You can work smarter, not harder, but you have to work hard in order to work smarter. When you start, you don't have leverage, and so you need to make up for that with just effort. People overthink a lot. They think that they're being productive by thinking more about the business they want to start rather than just starting it. In the beginning, you need to think a lot less and do a lot more. And the more advanced you are, the more you need to think and less you need to do. It just flips over time. You can work smarter.
Yeah, listen to that one more time. Listen to that.
Not harder, but you have to work hard in order to work smarter. When you start, you don't have leverage, and so you need to make up for that with just effort. People overthink a lot. They think that they're being productive by thinking more about the business they want to start rather than just starting it. In the beginning, you need to think a lot less and do a lot more. And the more advanced you are, the more you need to think and less you need to do. It just flips over time. You can.
So early on, you need to work. But somewhere along the line, you go from working hard to working smarter. So right now, this YouTube channel is new. I need to work hard to get it to a certain point. Once I get to a certain point, I can work smarter instead of harder. All right. With that being said, man, make sure you subscribe if you're vibing with the channel, man.
As you start this new year, remember that being aligned will always take you further than working really hard and potentially burning out. Being aligned is the equivalent of working smarter and not harder. In your early 20s, it made complete sense to work really hard, to grind, because you were still proving yourself, you were still building out your skills, you were building out your stamina, and you were essentially positioning yourself to be someone who deserves what you were working for. But as you get to your late 20s and onwards, you realize that it's no longer wise and even necessary to work as hard or to grind as hard as you used to. Aligning yourself correctly to the right people, the right opportunities, the right skills for yourself will get you so much further than just grinding and working as hard as you used to. Hard work exhausts you, and as you enter your late 20s and onwards, you need as much energy as you can reserve. So in everything that you do this year, remember to ask yourself, how can you work smarter? How can you align yourself with ease? As you start this...
So that's what 2026 is for us, man. Let's work on aligning ourselves, working hard, but in the areas that benefit us, right? Like I said, ask yourself the question, if I stop doing this, is it done or will it continue to grow? So we need to work on building things that after we step away, it continues to grow. That's how you maximize your hard work. We don't maximize our hard work by clocking in every week and clocking out at the end of the week. All we do is get a paycheck. And then once we pay our bills and that money is gone, the cycle starts all over again because we got to clock in and do it all over again. Get what I'm saying? So how do you feel about the whole hard work? Does hard work equal success? No, it's just a part of the equation. It's somewhere in the equation. But hard work by itself does not equal success. It's hard work, strategy, consistency, luck, leverage. There's a lot of things that go into succeeding. You can't just work your way to success. I wish it worked that way because I would be so successful. Because like I told y'all before, I have no problem working hard. Has never been an issue of mine. I am willing to do the work. But unfortunately for me, that's not enough. Until next time, Ace will.